For coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, or anywhere in your birth chart that Capricorn might appear. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd like to take just a second and invite you to subscribe and click that little bell so that you're sure to be notified whenever I upload new content. Also, in the description box below, you'll find links to my social media, my Patreon, my PayPal, and links to some really cool things on Amazon I think you guys will like. Okay, so this reading is for mid-May. The last 10 days of May, May 21st through the 31st, 2020. Keep in mind, though, that all tarot readings are timeless, so whether you come across this reading right after I upload, a week, month, or even a year from now, if you feel drawn to watch it, most likely you'll find a message for you within the reading. And if it doesn't completely resonate with you, keep in mind that these are generalized readings for the entire sun sign of Capricorn. So if you know your other planetary placements, like I mentioned at the beginning of this intro, then you will find additional messages for you. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and jump right in and calibrate these cards to the astrological sign of Capricorn and ask my angels, guides, and ancestors for any love messages for Capricorn, May 21st through 31st, 2020. Spirit, what love messages do you have for Capricorn, May 21st through 31st? Spirit, what love messages do you have for Capricorn, May 21st through 31st? And one more time. All right. Oh, they're not even want to shuffle. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to divide these into 3 stacks. Okay. All right. The card on the bottom of the deck is the sun. Okay, so that's all about new beginnings and new growth, fertility, happiness, all that type of thing. That is going to be the overall energy for your reading. So as we go through the spread, I'm going to show you how this card is going to relate to the other cards that come up in your spread. I just bit my tongue. All right. Now, for those of you who are new here, I do 4 rows. The first row is about you. It's how you're feeling, what you might have recently been dealing with, situations that you're currently dealing with, and people, options, and situations that are coming your way. The second column is the same thing, only it's for your twin flame, your soulmate, karmic partner. This could be an ex that you would like to reconcile with. It might be somebody that you just met. However, it's generally the person you think about the most, the one you're thinking about when you first wake up, and that person you're thinking about when you go to bed at night. And the third column is about blockages, obstacles, challenges, fears, anxieties, that type of thing. And your outcome is the last column. All right, now I've just laid out 2 cards in each of the 4 rows, and I'm going to do this 2 more times for a grand total of 24 cards. So by the time we get to the end of the reading, then we have a pretty good idea about what's going to be going on those last 10 days of May. So we have this Page of Pentacles as well as the 5 of Pentacles, and you may have not in the too far past have been finding yourself kind of on the outside, kind of feeling left out, kind of feeling like, maybe you and your sweetheart were separated or on bad terms for a short little while. And this caused you to feel very, like I said, like on the outside, like you just didn't have that connect. You were really sad, and you can see there's a cripple and there's this homeless person, and they're outside of the building. And, these pentacles are representing the warmth that comes from inside a home, and they're outside and they don't have that. And so when you were without that person, pentacles also represented security. You didn't have that security of that person being around, but you found a way that you could communicate your feelings to your partner, and things are maybe starting back on the upswing with the 2 of you. Okay, especially with that sun coming in. So these two cards are so very similar here. We have the Judgment as well as the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords, of course, is about making those decisions and being quick and clean and deciding exactly what it is you're going to do, not using your heart over your head, making decisions more or less based on fact. And so with this being your partner's column, and we have the Lovers resurrecting here. So yeah, they are in the mood for that reconciliation. They are also, this card fell out at the same time that I was laying these cards down, which is the Hierophant, which is about long-term relationships and marriages and that type of thing. So they are not only reconsidering reconciling with you, but, you know, going that step further and, you know, kind of making it permanent. Wanting to, not that they will. It's kind of what's on their minds, kind of the thoughts, you know, because when they're separate from you, then they also are feeling disconnected and on the outside, and they're missing that connection and that bond that they had with you. Now, your obstacles and challenges are being too quick to maybe get angry and, you know, say things that you don't really necessarily mean, and wanting to act like you are, you know, like it doesn't bother you, and you're so quick to cut people off or things like that. Be careful that you don't say things just because your feelings are hurt. Be honest, be truthful about your feelings. Your partner might actually find that endearing. Not everybody is going to use that as a weapon towards you, okay? So don't be so quick to be cold and to, you know, be this ice queen, this Queen of Swords, and just cut things off just at the drop of a hat or a pen or whatever. Now, in your outcome, we have that Nine of Wands as well as the Ten of Pentacles, and definitely giving it another try, working on this security in this home and this loving atmosphere that you want to create in your life in this brand new beginning. But at the same time, you're not being stupid either, okay? You have your eyes open. You know the games this person has played before. You get back in it, and you also know what to expect. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean that will happen again. Maybe they have genuinely found some change, as well as yourself finding change in yourself. But at the same time, you are aware of those red flags, and, you know, this is where this is going to come in. So don't be too quick to judge about like, oh, this is never going to work. Regret getting back together. Okay, so in your next column, we have that Knight of Pentacles as well as the World. Your partner has the Tower and the King of Wands. Your obstacles, challenges, fears, and anxieties are Death as well as the Lovers. And in your outcome, you have the King of Swords as well as the King of Pentacles. All right. Now we need is the King of Cups to show up, huh? All right, so there's a lot of people in this relationship, and it seems, Capricorn, as if you're the one that's going to be having all the options here in this reconciliation that you're having with your partner. I see that you're moving slow and steady, and at the same time, there are so many different opportunities that are coming into your world. You have that King of Wands, you have the King of Swords, you have King of Pentacles. Like I said, I don't see a King of Cups just yet, but you have a lot of opportunities and options that are coming your way, which may be leading you to second guess, okay? So your partner, having lost you before, you guys having had this deconstruction of your relationship where you actually maybe separated from each other or moved apart from each other or broke up for a while, depending on what stage of your relationship you were in, you know, it's giving your partner a chance to, you know, reevaluate the situation and find out, you know, especially with this Judgment and this Two of Swords, they thought it over. They figured it out. They don't want to be without you. But at the same time, you're going to have this King of Wands entering, and they are going to be someone that is offering you that passion that maybe you've been missing so much with the person you've been with. So you need to be cautious if that's not, if you really want to reconcile with this person, if you really want this new beginning, or, you want a new beginning with this new person that's coming in. This is something that you're going to have to decide, because definitely I see that there is this death card, which means, you know, a lot of times it means the ending of a relationship, and this is a love relationship. But at the same time, you have these lovers entering. So you are trying to decide, do you stay or do you go? Do you want to be in the situation where you have the same type stuff coming up? Do you always want to be cautious? Do you always want to be waiting and checking and feeling like, you know, every time your person's separate from you, whether it's to go to work or the store or whatever, that you're having to worry about them doing something that maybe they don't have to do? But whatever that person does when they're away from you, it's called Don't Leave Miss Capricorn Alone Too Long, because there are always people who have their eye on you. There are always people who would love to be in a relationship with you. If your King of Cups, wherever he is, doesn't wipe your tears or understand you, these people are sitting here ready to dry your tears for you and to offer you a great deal of love. So you have an air sign as well as an earth sign that's waiting to come into your life, as well as this King of Wands here. And, you know, you have these new beginnings. These don't seem like the type of guys that would be, or females, there's no gender in the tarot. I'm saying guys because these are kings here. But whatever it is, masculine energy. If you are in a situation where you aren't receiving what you need from the person that you want, but you're clinging onto them because it's something you're used to, or because you don't like endings, or you don't like letting go, okay? And that goes along with a lot of your stability and the connection that Capricorn feels so much. All right, now in our last set of 3 cards, we have the 5 of Swords, as well as, well, looky here, here's the King of Cups, okay? So you have them all here, all right? And your obstacles and challenge, in your partner's column, we have the 6 of Cups, and we have the Page of Swords. In your blockages, obstacles, challenges, we have the 8 of Swords, as well as the Knight of Swords. And in your outcome, you're having the Ace of Swords, as well as the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this King of Cups, which is maybe the person you're dealing with, or separated from and recently reconciled with, or thinking about reconciling with, they're coming back in. But at the same time, you're feeling a lot of resentment towards them. And like I said, sometimes you're really quick to hide your emotions, being an earth sign, and you are feeling that sometimes it's better to be bossy or to pick fights to cover up what you're really and truly feeling. So, you know, this King of Cups, they're more of a sensitive and emotional person, and they take things more to heart. Sometimes they can be a little too clingy and a little too confining, sometimes possessive and jealous and controlling and things like that, which generally it's because of things that they're doing, and they're projecting that onto you. So in their mind, it may be okay for them to, you know, entertain others, or talk to other people, or doing that texting thing, even if they're not really seeing the person in person. They are still energetically putting themselves out there and making themselves available to other people. This, of course, is going to piss you off, all right? Because you do have these other options that are coming in, but at the same time, I still see you being loyal to this King of Cups. Now, you have this 6 of Cups that's entering, this soulmate card that's entering, and you have this Page of Swords coming in. And that Page of Swords a lot of times talks about somebody that spies on you, that checks up on you, that wants to know exactly what it is you're doing. Now, we just talked about the water sign person that you are most likely involved with, and they are, if they're maybe doing things that they shouldn't be doing, of course they've got their eye on you to constantly check to make sure that you're not doing anything, because in their head they're doing these things, but at the same time they want you to not do the same things they're doing. And you know, you do have these other kings entering your life, okay? And so you know, I would say most likely one of these people are your person, and you know, if you stay locked in with this water sign, you're going to miss the opportunity of a lifetime to be with or reconnect with or have this brand new beginning with your King of Pentacles or your King of Swords or your King of Wands. If you continue wasting time with that King of Cups. All right. Now in your obstacles and challenges, we have that King of Swords, and we see that this is the one that's going to pursue you the most. This is the one that is going to just rush in, and it may spook you. It may make you, this is in your obstacles and challenges, it may spook you, which may in your head help you to eliminate some of the suitors that are going to be coming forth in the next couple of weeks. All right. Yeah, you don't want to move too quickly at all. Now, when we have the Queen of Pentacles, we're talking about you. We're talking about this focus that you have and the fact that you do want a successful and loving relationship with someone. And it's going to be completely up to you, because I don't know personalities here or which ones would be more suitable to you, but I just need you to know that you do have other options that are coming in, and one of those options is going to lead to a very successful relationship, a soulmate type relationship. Okay, so you are just going to have to decide what it is that you want to do to move forward and have these brand new beginnings with the person that was made especially just for you. Okay, Capricorn. So that is your love reading for the last 10 days of May 2020. And I just want to take a second and invite you guys to go over to my community tab. And I have a post there about a giveaway that I'm doing on May 31st. Just like the post, and then underneath it, in the comments underneath the post, just put done or something, because if you just like it, I can't tell who all has liked it. If you comment done, then I can see exactly who to include in the giveaway. All right. And thank you guys so much for all of your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. And I will see you soon. All right. I love you. Bye-bye.